Hey guys, welcome to Thriving Finance 101. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something super important, especially if you're a college student or about to be one. It's personal finance. Yeah, I know, not the most exciting topic. But trust me, this is something you don't want to sleep on. We're going to break down all the things nobody really tells you about money when you're in college, from student loans to budgeting, even how to make some extra cash. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. Navigating student loans can be a daunting task. I know it's confusing. There are different types, interest rates, repayment options. Like, what does it all even mean? Don't worry, I've been there. We're going to go through it all step by step. First things first, you got to know what kind of loans you're getting. You've got your federal loans, which usually have lower interest rates and more flexible repayment options, and then you've got private loans, which can be a bit trickier. It's super important to understand the terms of your loans before you sign anything. Like, what's the interest rate? How long do you have to pay it back? What happens if you can't make a payment? These are all questions you need to ask. One thing I wish I knew before I started taking out loans was how much interest can really add up over time. Seriously, it can be a lot. So if you can avoid taking out more loans than you absolutely need, that's always a good idea. But if you do need loans, like most of us do, there are ways to minimize that debt. Look into scholarships, grants, even part-time jobs, anything to help reduce the amount you have to borrow. Trust me, future you will thank you for it. All right, let's talk about budgeting. Oh, I know it sounds so boring, but it's actually kind of a game, like a real-life money challenge. The goal is to make your money last and hopefully have some leftover for fun stuff too. The first step is figuring out how much money you actually have coming in each month. Are you getting money from your parents, from a part-time job, from financial aid? Write it all down. Then you gotta figure out where all that money is going. Tuition, obviously, that's a big one. But then you've got books, rent, food, transportation, your daily coffee fix, clothes, going out with friends. It all adds up so fast. Once you have a good idea of your expenses, you can start making a budget. There are tons of apps out there that can help, or you can just use a good old-fashioned spreadsheet. The key to budgeting is sticking to it. It's easy to overspend when you're out with friends or you see something you really want, but if you have a plan, it's way easier to resist those temptations. And remember, every little bit you save adds up. So pack your lunch instead of buying it every day. Find free or cheap entertainment options and shop around for the best deals on textbooks and supplies. Okay, so you've got your loans figured out, you're budgeting like a pro, but you still want some extra spending money, right? I feel you. That's where the side hustle comes in. There are so many ways to make extra cash in college, you just gotta get creative. One option is to find a part-time job on or off campus. Check out the campus job board, local businesses, even online job sites. There are always places looking for extra help. Another idea is to start your own little side business. Are you good at something like photography, writing, graphic design? Maybe you can sell your services to other students or local businesses. You could even start a blog or a YouTube channel and monetize it. The possibilities are endless. Just remember, balancing work and school can be tough, so make sure you're not overloading yourself. It's important to prioritize your studies and make time for self-care too. Okay, let's talk about credit scores. It sounds kind of intimidating, but it's actually really important to understand, especially as you become more financially independent. Basically, your credit score is like a grade that tells lenders how responsible you are with money. The higher your score, the better. A good credit score can help you qualify for loans, rent an apartment, even get a job. So how do you build good credit? Well, it all starts with using credit responsibly. One way to do this is by getting a credit card. But be careful. It's easy to rack up debt if you're not careful. The key is to use your credit card for small purchases that you can easily pay off each month. This will help you build a positive credit history. Another important tip is to pay your bills on time, every time. Late payments can really hurt your credit score. And whatever you do, don't fall into the trap of getting too many credit cards. It can be tempting to sign up for all those offers you get in the mail, but it's best to stick with 1 or 2 cards that you can manage responsibly. Graduation is just around the corner, and with it comes a whole new set of financial challenges. But don't worry, we're going to tackle them head on. First things first, let's talk about your post-graduation goals. What do you want to do with your life? What are your career aspirations? Once you have a general idea, you can start setting some financial goals. Do you want to buy a house? Travel the world? Start your own business? Whatever your dreams are, it's important to have a plan to achieve them. One of the biggest expenses you'll face after graduation is student loan repayment. We talked about this earlier, but now it's time to get serious about a repayment plan. Figure out how much you can realistically afford to pay each month and explore different repayment options that might work for you. Another important step is to start thinking about your career. Research the job market in your field, network with people in your industry, and polish up your resume and cover letter. The job search can be tough, so it's important to start early and be prepared. That's it for today's video on financial literacy for college students. I hope you guys found it helpful and learned a thing or two about managing your money. Remember, it's never too early to start thinking about your finances and making smart choices that will set you up for success in the future. So what are your biggest financial goals for the future? Let me know in the comments below. Please smash that like button and subscribe button for more.